Hello YouTube and happy Halloween! Today is a video about kings and queens, what's in bloom in the month of October. And I have Dendrobium Pumpkin patch in my hand because it's the autumn. Pumpkins are everywhere and pumpkin patch is a winner of the blooming month already, even before we start the video. Happy Halloween! I hope you guys still with me, no one was scared away. This plant I filmed 10 days ago. Only a few days left to bloom. I had a chance to take it to my society meeting. This is a hybrid between Neofinetia falcata and ascocenda suksamaran sunlight. I need to change basket. That's how plant looked 2 years ago. I think the wood is decomposing and affecting plant health. Another plant almost done blooming, my equestris coerulea. Orchid is in bloom about 2 months and looks like coming out of bloom. I don't know why spike does not grow longer. I always think I don't water enough those species. That's a picture I took outside a few days ago. I'm disappointed with little Phalaenopsis Anna Larati Soekardi, blooming second times from the center of the plant and flowers not staying longer than couple weeks. It is not good if the flower spike comes out of the center. I might lose that plant. Okay, if I'm talking pumpkins, there is one. My daughter carved it for Halloween and I'm going to create my own pumpkin patch here at my kitchen counter. Why do they name it pumpkin patch? Do you see any colors similar to a pumpkin color? Looking at the color of flowers, I can relate burgundy colored petals to the fall colors. Burgundy color and yellow, they are fall colors. This is antelope type dendrobium and I got it as a gift while visiting in Florida. To me it looks like they planted 2 plants in one pot after they deflask. And one plant on the right has no spikes, no swollen eyes, and the one with blooms producing even more spikes. See what might happen? Actually I can see another one is swallowing up. 2 plants in one pot, the same care, the same light, same watering. One is blooming, one is not. A good orchid care is not everything. There is also genes, prolific bloomer or a slow one. And when sometime you give your plant the best care you can, provide all the conditions it takes, and it will not bloom because of its genes. The lazy ones, I guess. We'll see what will happen next on the right side. Equatan orchid Tolumnia Jarak from Hickory. I have that plant about 2 years, blooming second time for me. Little Hickory looks very trendy for fall, burgundy and yellow again. Perfect match for Dendrobium Pumpkin patch. I still have to find a queen to my king. I grow Tolumnia in baskets, which I put in clay pot and add a little bit of coconut fiber and a couple pieces of bark. Love these little guys, especially because they are not hard for me, but I water them once a day. At society meeting, we had a speaker, Daryl from Chisula Orchids, the owner. He said he waters his Tolumnias 3 times a day, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m. And after that, they stay dry. A lot of ventilation and air movement. Phalaenopsis zebrina in bloom on and off. I don't know, maybe I don't water enough, but see green root and condensate of water inside the pot. It's moist but not wet, and I only get one flower on one spike, but never have 2 flowers on both spikes. But stripes on the flower are in burgundy color, which fits my pumpkin patch. Maybe it's slow because that fall growing new leaf and new root the same time. Orchid in bloom number 7 is Dendrobium New Guinea. Dendrobium, a primary hybrid between Atravilaceum na Hodgkinsonii. The name is QF Kainoa, some kind of Hawaiian name. That's where it was made. Dendrobium almost done blooming. I just need to record it. It is warm to hot growing orchid, Laturia type, and both parents come from New Guinea. I love this type of dendrobium. It could bloom even longer, but see that new growth growing very fast will bloom next. Also, I noticed the other canes started to produce spikes. That cane was in bloom this spring. What good about this type of dendrobiums? Blooms stay long, 3 or even 4 months. Plus, they can bloom from the same cane up to 4-5 times. That's how flowers looked a couple of weeks ago. And orchid number 8, banfieldara, gilded tower, mystic maze, blooming with 2 spikes on 2 different pseudobulbs. They look nice, but I know this plant can do much better. Last year I had a spike with 14 flowers on it. This year way less flowers, and I know the reason why. I still like that intergeneric hybrid. There is brassy and miltonia in it, and flowers are fall colors, golden and brown and burgundy in it, like leaves in the fall. Look, pseudobulbs it's blooming from look very weak and crooked and wrinkly because I repotted banfieldara in the wrong time when it started to show new growth, but new roots were not there yet. And see the old pseudobulbs, how big but wrinkly it is, because it was giving all its energy to the new growth. And new growth started to produce those roots almost when was spiking. I'm not reporting this plant for a while now. I wanna see roots growing, and this pot I made out of the bottle with vegetable oil. Still beautiful plant banfieldara, and I think she deserves to be a queen of the month, fighting through my not a proper care. And this little guy, not even little, it's like a mini micro nana size of the orchid. Some people they call it flea orchid, but the full name is Schoenorchis fragrans. Usually people grow it on mound. I decided to put in a clay pot with a few hydroton balls, and it grew 1.5 root for me. 2 weeks ago, buds look like that. There is 2 spikes, and actually when spikes initiated, I was thinking like, what are those 2 black dots? I thought there are 2 black bugs sitting on my orchid. You know, the name is fragrance. I'm trying to smell it, but I cannot detect any fragrance. Maybe spikes are so shy and not too many flowers to sniff. I'm trying to inhale and I'm doing it very carefully because I'm afraid to inhale the entire plant. I'm not joking, that's how small it is. It is native to Asia and you treat it like a little Vanda, but less light. Intermediate temperature, watering every day and let roots dry very fast. I enjoy growing that little miniature and appreciate it, especially when I am out of any room to buy new orchids. So when you feel like you wanna buy but you don't have a room, buy miniature. See, compared to the flower of zebrina, and zebrina is not a big flower. So my pumpkin patch getting fuller and there is another golden or yellowish leaf on my pumpkin patch, and this is Paphiopedulum concolor. Stays in bloom for 2 months straight. Was awarded a title King of the month of September. Actually, I had 2 kings. There was a white puff, but lasted not that long. And I think I'm running out of fall colors. Now we are into blues and purples. Very complex hybrid QF Amanda, made in Hawaii. Cross between Zesty Kaila and Jumping Jack. Compact growth habit. Flowers about 2.5–3 inches. Petals and sepals colored in chocolate brown with green edge and green center. This plant bloomed in summer. Then I got 3 new growths. And of course I'm expecting to get 3 spikes. Yeah, you can expect. See, that's the second growth and here is the third one. No, they're not gonna bloom. New growth on Zygosepescalum forms spikes when it's like 3 inches long only. Now it's not gonna happen, but that deep violet blue, almost indigo lip really makes the flower to jump out. Next, miltassia Charles Fitch izumi, vigorous grower and reliable bloomer. Blooms for me twice a year. It is a very old hybrid between Brassia verrucosa and Miltonia spectabilis, made many years ago in Hawaii. When you hear Charles Fitch, it's going to be a good cross. This plant is not into its full potential yet. I saw them in bloom with like 14 flowers on one spike. Flowers open very strange. Couple on the bottom, then couple on the top. In the middle of spike there is still opening flower, but they look cool. They remind me of starfish colony, cold and beautiful. People say they remind them of spiders. I see starfish. Flowers have peppery and spicy fragrance, very pleasant. Orchid blooms for 3 weeks, sometimes 4 if the conditions are cooler. My goal is to get 14 flowers, the maximum possible, next time from this growth, which will bloom around February. And the last number, 13, no wonder why. There is a hybrid, first time bloomer for me. I got it as a gift 4 months ago, and it is a hybrid between Neofinetia falcata and Vanda coerulescens. Look at those roots. 4 months ago they were only 1 inch long. Amazing plant, fast grower. Too bad it does not have a name yet, but it is a primary hybrid between 2 Asian species. I like it because it is a compact plant with tons of flowers on it, blooms excessively. First time bloomer, and it has 3 spikes already. Orchid has a very pleasant fragrance, and what I read about it, it flowers frequently, grows and blooms easily. You can grow it in the living room. It can function as a hanging plant in the living room because it requires a little attention. See those roots? They grew in 4 months. I grow it in a clay pot, little bit covered with large pieces of bark to keep roots moist. Temperature is about 78 daytime and 68 nighttime. Grow under lights. Water by soaking every 5 days and have fan running in the room and keep humidity around 60%. But I don't think this is a fussy plant to grow. Also would like to share with you my adenium or desert rose just opened. I have this plant for 2 years now. I know 2 years, that's a long time. Usually people can bloom them way sooner than 2 years, but I'm happy. It was a challenge for me because it's not the plant to grow in Pennsylvania. Our summers are not that hot and sunny to bloom it. Desert rose hates cold nights, I know that for sure. Putting plant under the grow light actually helped. That's how pumpkin patch look in my kitchen with a smiley pumpkin face in the center. I could not resist to add more autumn colors to fill my pumpkin patch with corals and yellows and Christmas cactuses. I don't know why they call them Christmas cactus. Maybe in different states they bloom at Christmas. For me, they start to bloom end of October. Also, I have them in fuchsia, white, and scarlet red, but those they bloom later. And I placed 2 most beautiful orchids of the month, my king and queen, in the center. Antilopa type Dendrobium Pumpkin Patch and banfieldara Gilded Tower Mystic Maze. That's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I gotta go. Bye bye.